Oh man, what does Planned Parenthood make possible for me?
That's so hard.
My classmate in college, she's just like, oh, you're having unprotected sex and not using any form of birth control. I'm like, what's birth control? And she's just like, here, I'll take you. There's this place called Planned Parenthood.
I walked into those doors on the day of my appointment. It just felt like this place that was for me. I felt like I belonged, and it was just a safe space.
Being a trans person has really changed how I see Planned Parenthood. I grew up in a town of about 500 people in west central Minnesota, and it was part of the journey. You got your driver's license, you went to Planned Parenthood, you got on the pill. I think having health centers in a lot of different communities helps meet people where they're at geographically, where they're at financially, where they're at in their journey.
I was directed to Planned Parenthood after my initial provider told me he wouldn't be able to perform an abortion, and I just felt a little lost in the healthcare system. Planned Parenthood was able to help me regain control of my body when I felt out of control.
It is a fantastic organization that is run by really dedicated people.
Before I worked at Planned Parenthood, I worked for another nonprofit that was Christian focused. It was really hard as a queer person to have to hide yourself every day to go to work. Planned Parenthood had always been there. Once I actually got hired, it was like full arms embrace. And I haven't looked back.
Planned Parenthood literally made it possible for me to be a parent. When I was pregnant with my first baby, we went to our ultrasound. They told us that our son had stopped growing. They were worried that if we waited to terminate our pregnancy, that I wouldn't have a reproductive system to use again. And that's when we were referred to Planned Parenthood. It is the reason why we need to have open access to safe and legal abortions in the state. It gave me and my husband the ability to become parents, and that was something we wanted more than anything.
So the first experience I had with Planned Parenthood, I remember the sex educator in the room, and the first topic was healthy relationships. So this was something my parents never talked to me about. That's where Planned Parenthood taught me, what is a healthy relationship?
Planned Parenthood is a community. It's a resource. It's somewhere that understands who you are so that you can live your healthiest life.
Planned Parenthood makes a lot of things possible for members of my community.
Male, female, non-binary, any different ethnicity, any different religion, any person. I will talk to them about the services that Planned Parenthood has to offer. It's life-saving information that the providers are giving that I think is really vital for people, especially with so much misinformation going on, that they have a space where they can get the education and answers that they need.
I'm a Muslim woman who does support Planned Parenthood, and they made me feel as though my voice was powerful and my voice deserved to be heard.
Planned Parenthood makes access to quality services possible.
Care and an investment in my health from Planned Parenthood in my 20s made possible the children I have now in my 30s.
Planned Parenthood made my family possible, my career possible, my ability and desire to help others. I can't limit it to just one or two things.